day, everyone. I'm Anuj here. My grandfather recently underwent a total knee replacement surgery in Sancheti Hospital with Dr. Sunny Google. And post-operatively, uh, my grandfather had a lot many questions, and so did we, as to how do you go about with the physiotherapy and the other issues, the medical issues that we might encounter in the future. So I would like to take this opportunity to use this platform to educate you as well as answer your questions in whatever way possible with Dr. Sunny, because he's very specialized in whatever he does and he's done a good job, and the success rate right now with my grandfather's surgery is also pretty nice. So I would like to ask a few questions so that those are the questions that you all might also have, and you all will get an answer to the same. So my first question is, how after the surgery is done, how do you position your legs? Like, how do you keep them so that the patient is at ease and there's no any complication as such?
Very good question, Anuj. First of all, thank you, Anuj, for your grandfather's success of the surgery. So positioning of the leg is a very common issue after knee replacement surgery, and I would prefer my patients to keep their leg elevated on a pillow or two, so that it helps in two aspects. It helps to reduce the post-operative knee swelling as well as the leg swelling, and keeping it on a pillow or keeping it on a height or elevation, it will ensure reduction of hematoma and reduction of swelling in the leg and the knee joint.
Okay, so my next question to you is that I had read somewhere that there might be a deformity in the leg after the operation. So how do you just avoid such an incident?
Yeah, so very common problem that we encounter with patients after knee replacement surgery is the deformity in the legs. Yeah, and the posture of the leg during the recovery period, or how to position the leg during the recovery period, has a very important weight bearing on development of deformity in the knee. And this deformity is known as a flexion deformity, and it is very commonly occurs because of keeping the leg external rotated. So because when you keep your leg external rotated, it tends to go into deep flexion, and persistently being in that same posture for long times during sleep or during daytime leads to an attitude of flexion deformity. So I usually advise all of my patients to, as much as possible, try to internal rotate on your own in the hip joint, so that when the leg is internal rotated, the knee automatically extends. It cannot go into deep flexion, or it cannot go into a flexion contracture when you rotate it internally. So that is a common trick that we advise to our patients to follow, so that to prevent deformities in the legs.
And so next question is, my mother suffers from deep vein thrombosis, and I had read somewhere that post-operative phase you can get an episode of deep vein thrombosis. Yeah. So how do you prevent such an occurrence?
Yeah, this is an excellent excellent question, and a very important complication after knee replacement surgery, which everyone should be aware of. Developing clots in the legs after after knee replacement surgery is common because of leg being in the same posture for long time, and the leg is less utilized, so the blood circulation in the leg is hampered. So in order to prevent such clots in the legs or deep vein thrombosis in the legs, we advise our patients to follow a simple exercise which is known as ankle pumps. This is not the only treatment option, but this is in addition to the chemical and medicines prophylaxis that are used for prevention of deep vein thrombosis. So ankle pumps is an exercise where you stretch your ankle from full upward movement to full downward movement, and you keep on repeating this exercise like every hour. You can do it for 20 to 30 times. So that will gradually in the entire day keep on pumping blood into your calf muscles back to the heart, and it will not let the blood be stationary over there in order to form a clot. So ankle pump exercises are very important, and you should keep on doing them on a routine basis, and this is what I advise to all of my patients on a routine basis.
So my next question is, you might do replacement surgeries in relatively old and older age population. So for the older age population, doing exercise would be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
So any simple exercise that you would recommend them to do?
Yeah. So this is again very excellent topic, Anuj. I've seen that post-operatively all the patients, they really shiver for their physiotherapy sessions, because they are very scared of that pain that they are going to develop after that physiotherapy sessions, and they really avoid to do those physiotherapy exercises.
My grandfather also had similar issues.
Exactly. So what I would recommend to all of my patients is to undergo very simple exercises. These are very simple set of exercises, and this will keep on maintaining good strength in your thigh muscles also, as well as maintaining good strength in your knee joint also. So it is known as a static quads exercise, which can be done in just lying down posture, and it doesn't need anyone's assistance. The patient can do all these exercises on its own. So I usually ask the patient to contract his thigh muscles, quadriceps muscle, press the knee down, hold it for 10 seconds, and then relax. So this is known as static quads exercise. This can be done at a repeated interval, like every hour you can do up to 20 to 30 repetitions, and it hardly takes 5 minutes. And it's the easiest exercise. It will not lead to too much of pain, but yes, it is a very important exercise in order to maintain good strength in a very important muscle of your thigh, which is known as quadriceps muscle. So this is a very important exercise which you should be doing on a routine basis for all the patients after knee replacement surgery.
I asked you, sir, initially about the deformity in the leg that might happen.
Correct.
So any good exercises that you would suggest so that the knee bending would be appropriate and up to a certain angle?
Yeah. So knee replacement, we want not only the knee to be fully extended, but we have to achieve good knee function in the early period, so as to have the starting all the activities of daily living at a routine basis. So yeah, this is again very good part that we have to focus on, and I'll definitely recommend my patients to sit bedside sitting. Bedside sitting is an exercise where you just keep your legs hanging down. Again, this exercise can be done by the patient on himself, and he doesn't need anyone's assistant to do it. And it is an exercise where you keep the leg hanging down, and the gravity assisted pull on the leg will stretch your muscles around the knee and stretch your quadriceps muscles. It is a bit painful, but if you do it with the help of an ice pack, it is an excellent exercise to do. And I usually advocate all of my patients that when you are having your breakfast, when you're having your lunch, dinner, or your relatives have come to meet you, or you want to speak with someone, or you want to read something, watch a television, sit with knees in a flex position in bedside sitting. So automatically the knee gets stretched, the ligaments and the muscle get stretched, and over a period of time you get used to that attitude of the knee, and you will not have so much of pain and discomfort.
Right, sir. This is about the exercise, but the major question is for how long? Like, do we need to do it for like till the end, or do we need to do it for a year, 2 years?
Yeah, this is an important part that we counsel all the patients in the pre-op program itself. That post-operative physiotherapy is a very important part of knee.
Yes, sir. You had told my grandfather the same.
Yeah. So basically, getting good knee range of motion and getting good knee strength. These are the two important aspects of post-operative knee physiotherapy. So this can be achieved only if you are doing exercises at a repeated interval. Yeah, in the initial period when the patient is not aware of, or the patient has not undergone a prehab, then these patients need specialized training by physiotherapy or supervised physiotherapy for a couple of days or initial few weeks after knee replacement. And once you get used to, then you can keep on doing them on your own. Yeah, and as you rightly asked, for how long one needs to keep on doing these exercises. So one patient needs to keep on doing these exercises on a routine basis. I would not put a time frame, because a simple logic that we don't eat at once for our entire lifetime, or we don't fill petrol in our car so that it will walk on for miles together. Yeah, so similarly, every day you should have a routine habit to do that set of exercise for a while. Get your knee to condition well, and that will give you a good outcome. So that is what it is. So on a routine basis, it should be done on, but it hardly takes 20 minutes to do those exercises, and they are not very tricky after you have learned them well from a supervised physiotherapist. Yeah.
So, and as you've learned, like once you grow older, your body starts getting weak. So I'm assuming the bones might also be getting weak.
Correct.
As you grow old.
Correct.
So anything that you would suggest so that you would maintain a good bone health for the betterment of the patient as well?
Yeah. This is a very good thing that you have asked, Anuj. So the strength after the knee replacement is basically two important parts. One is based on your muscle strength, and one is based on your inherent bone strength. So bone strength is a very important part after a knee replacement surgery, because if your bones are weaker, then the chances that the implant that we have put failing are very high. So after knee replacement surgery, to maintain a good bone health, I would definitely advise three important things. One is a good diet. That good diet involves vitamins, minerals, good calcium supplements. That is very important. So natural calcium diet can be consumed. A lot of vegetable sources and non-vegetable sources have a lot of calcium, which should be consumed on a routine basis. In addition to it, if you are elderly woman and you're diagnosed to have osteoporosis, then you should be on some calcium supplements on a routine basis, which will help to have good calcium in bone strength. Second important part is good exercise. So good exercise gets good blood to that part of the body, and that good blood flow to that part of the body is going to create good bone metabolism in that part. So that is how good exercise is very important for a good bone health. And a third important thing which I tell to all of my patients is exposure to sunlight. So I usually prefer all my patients doing their knee exercises sitting in sunlight for at least half an hour to 40 minutes. So that exposure to sunlight is adequate enough to synthesize normal vitamin D in your body, which is an important aspect of your bone metabolism.
Right, sir. So I would like to ask, as in my grandfather was morbidly obese.
Yeah.
As in he weighed around 95 kgs.
Correct.
And you had suggested before the operation only that he should be reducing his weight to some extent.
Correct.
So post-operatively also you had told me that he should be reducing his weight.
Yes.
So I would like to ask, is there any moderation in the eating habits that should be done, or should he continue with the same diet?
Yeah, this is a very good topic that you have stressed on, Anuj. So food habits after knee replacement. Many patients do ask, have we have to have something in addition, or we should omit something in our diet so as to maintain, which will be good for our knee. So I would advise you all that if you are having a healthy, balanced diet full of carbs, proteins, little amount of fats, minerals, vitamins, all the essential micronutrients, if you are having in balanced form, then I would not recommend to alter your diet completely. Yes, but eating certain things which are going to improve your bone health, for calcium supplements or for calcium rich foods or vitamin D rich diet, is very important after knee replacement surgery, so that in order to maintain good reflexes in your muscles and maintain good bone strength.
Okay. So
yeah, I would like to stress one more thing. At the same time, obesity is a very important part, as you said.
Yes.
Being overweight and being obese prior to knee replacement is because of inactivity. But after knee replacement, once you start having good activity, your obesity or your weight starts to reduce. But yeah, certain diets which are not good for your obesity, like too much of saturated fats or too much of complex starch, then these should not be consumed in your post-operative period, so that you have maintained good weight.
okay, sir. So exactly what I was going to focus on next. Are there any restrictions that you need to have post your surgery with total knee replacement?
Yeah, so coming with the outcome of the knee replacement, it's an excellent outcome surgery. The problem for which the surgery is done is immediately solved after knee replacement. Most important part is the recovery after knee replacement.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so in Indian scenario, we face a lot of patients asking when can I sit down on the floor, when can I do my puja and all.
Exactly what my grandfather was.
He was also asking the same thing. So usually all these patients would be I would not say that they would have not done that in their lifetime ever, but they want to do it desperately. So I would definitely ask all of my patients, there is no major restriction of activities. You can do all activities before. But yes, sitting on the floor or Indian toilet posture or sitting cross-legged should be avoided as far as possible, because that has a bearing on your ligamentous laxity and as well as on the taut motion on the knee joint. So as much as possible, avoid sitting on the floor. But yes, for short time intervals, for pujas and for some occasions you want to sit, you can definitely sit down on the floor.
So, and any other general advice for the people who are going to undergo a knee replacement surgery?
Yeah, so yes, this is a very good topic, Anuj, and I usually many patients ask how can I take good care of my knee in long term, like nothing major should happen. So I usually advise them three important things. First important thing is to prevent falls.
Exactly what he told my grandfather that day as well.
Yeah, so preventing fall after knee replacement is very important, because usually these metal implants that we put inside, they are very strong enough and they don't crack easily. But yes, the bone surrounding the implant, the stresses on the bone are very high, and that is the part where it tends to crack easily, because the load sharing effect of the implant. So that is where the implant, the bone would crack easily, and it would lead to disastrous complications, including loosening of the implants, including change of the knee replacement surgery, and it has not a good outcome. Yeah, so that is one important part. You should not have repeated falls. Third important thing is you should any fever for any short duration is okay after knee replacement surgery, but any fever which is prevailing for a longer while, for around 3-4 days more, this type of fever, which can be because of any gastric upset, because of any pulmonary issues, or it can be commonly because of urine tract infections. So this fever you should not treat on your own at home. If there is any problem, go meet your doctor, get it sorted out immediately, and get that fever under control, because it is very common that bacteremia phase, where the bacteria are moving in your blood circulation because of the ongoing infection in the body, this bacteria can seed to your knee joint and can lead to a disastrous complication of infection after knee replacement surgery. So in order to avoid that, we usually advise all our patients to have treated their fever very well. And third important thing is, if you have any problem related to knee surgery, or you develop any unusual sign symptom that you have not noticed in past, please report and come to us, meet us, please report us, and get it sorted out there and there itself, because these issues, when sorted earlier, they are easier to heal and easier to treat than they are for a longer duration of time.
Okay.
So I hope this all covers all the doubts that you had in your mind. I know there will be much more, which we will definitely keep on answering all the doubts, and it is very important to have a dialogue with the patient, get all the things sorted out, because if you have a clear idea about what to expect after the knee replacement, then the outcome and satisfaction after knee replacement is very, very high.
Yes, sir. As rightly said, I wouldn't disagree to a single point that sir has put up. And thank you, sir. I hope this set of questionnaire and the answers that you've given would help millions of people undergoing surgeries in the future as well. Not only knee, but just everything otherwise as well.
Correct. So we would definitely indulge into such programs where we would keep on answering questions, because there are many things, and I totally agree that in that short impact of time, you cannot ask much, or you tend to forget something. So, such information would definitely be useful to many others, and I hope it is useful to your grandfather
Yes.
too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Anush. Thank you. Thanks.